I kind of fought against you about it because I was like, no, I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist anymore. I'm going to use logic and all that good stuff. But right now, logic is telling me that stuff is going down because now they've changed the definition of words, even when it comes down to recession. Right now, since we have extraordinary rates of inflation, everybody wants to lie about it. They changed the definition of recession, and that blew my mind.
Hey, man, that's that whole live your own truth thing, man. You know, definitions are only given by humans, so humans can change definitions by logic standing. I mean,
Yeah, but it's kind of Orwellian. Like right, even when it came down to again, like I said, with the riots and then the draconian laws when it came down to COVID, where people tried to actually mandate you to inject something in your body that is foreign that they only
that ain't
tested the
new though.
same year.
That's just new in
That,
America though.
that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about. Even because this republic is falling, and this is supposed to be the safe haven. This is supposed to be the bastion of freedom. This is the light that the world should look towards. But now it's going a little crazy, and especially when I heard like last week about inflation and what they were talking about, where Joe Biden came out and said that we did not have any inflation in the last month of July.
Today, we received news that our economy had 0% inflation in the month of July. 0%. Here's what that means. While the price of some things went up last month, the price of other things went down by the same amount. The result, zero inflation last month. The people are still hurting, but zero inflation last month.
The president and my vision for the future also means lowering costs for Americans. Today we learned that last month our economy had 0% inflation.
Any inflation in context of what though? Depends on what context you're talking about. If you're talking about inflation from the start to the end of July, you might be right. July 1st to July 31st, he might be right in that context.
No, and that's what I'm saying because they're playing with the definition of words. Because yes, we didn't see any inflation in the month of July, but in all actuality, the United States is still
in
going.
the months before July.
Yeah, like we still going through inflation right now. People are still paying like hella money for gas, for groceries. Bro, you're not even gonna buy a house right now in this economy. So go ahead, throw that out the window.
The most wise investment. I've been looking, man, and the house that my folks have now, bro, is like 5 bedrooms. Got it at like 180 market value.
Mm-hmm.
The houses now with 3 bedrooms going for like 380 market value. And like,
so it's kind of hard to manage. So even with seeing those things going on and them trying to change the definition of words, one thing that kind of bugged me out was when the what do you call her, the press secretary for the White House.
Oh yeah.
She went on to CNN, and CNN didn't even believe the stuff that she was saying about the anti-inflation act that the House just passed that is supposed to help.
CNN didn't believe her.
Didn't at all, and there's a clip on it right now. So
hey man.
The House is voting on the Inflation Reduction Act today. Do you think that you have all Democrats?
Well, look, first, let me we're grateful and congratulate Senator Schumer and Senator Manchin for getting this really critical, important anti-inflammation bill out of the Senate. Now it's in the Speaker's hands. We know that she is very apt to get this through with her leadership, so we are confident, and we have been involved in helping in any way that we can. Think about the energy costs and utility bills because of the investments that we're making. They're going to feel that right away.
They're going to feel that right away.
They're going to feel that right away.
How soon?
Well, let's get this bill passed, and then we'll see how the mechanics and all of that's going to work through. But those are things specifically that the American's going to feel right away. When it comes to lowering prescription drugs, that'll be earlier in the year, next year.
When it comes to lowering prescription drugs?
Right, because that's something that's Medicare has to negotiate, so that's going to be a process, and that's going to come.
But the actual phase-in is going to be many years later, just to
Well,
be clear
it's
on the
going to-
negotiation of the highest price drugs.
Right, that's exactly right. But the process starts early next year. But look, this is a big.
I just want to be clear. I don't think people should be expecting on their drug prices that's going to kick in.
Well,
here.
they're going to put the first 10 pieces, the first 10 medication out there, right, to start the process so they can start negotiating the lowering costs. But the point that I'm making is that this is an investment.
That's 2026.
No,
isn't it?
no.
For the
wait.
first 10 and
Well-
then the additional ones phasing into 2029?
Well, here's the point that I'm making here is they're going to see energy costs, utility bills, that's going to come down.
Okay,
They're
I
going-
guess
no,
I was
no,
trying
wait,
to
wait.
speak about the immediate impacts, but I do want to ask you.
But
You
those
said
are
you're in-
those are the immediate impacts when you think about
I'm
utility bills.
talking about here in the coming months, just to be. I think we have some different timeline reference points on that. But
No,
I
but you're asking me immediate impact. I'm talking about the energy cost. That's going to be immediate. I'm talking about the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, those premiums. That's going to continue. That's going to lower costs for 13 million Americans.
CNN or the liberal media is starting to shift their alignment with certain members of their party. I guess you see that happening right now.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, I think it's because that they see that they're not actually on that same boat. Like, because the Titanic is technically sinking right now, from what I see. Now, I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump on a conspiracy that is doing that, but I'm just saying, from what I see, technically, it looks like the boat is sinking, and now the individuals on CNN is like, bro, we can't even pitch this to the individuals that's out here on the streets. So it's kind of hard for me to even say this to people when you can look with your own two eyes and you notice there's something wrong going on in the union.
I mean, when it comes to folks just lying, or when it comes to folks trying to manipulate, that's how far can the media go with it? You know what I mean? How far can they get people to just buy rhetoric? You know what I mean? Because like for instance, Joe Biden's statement about no inflation in July. They want you to focus on that little piece of rhetoric instead of the grand scheme of inflation overall since he's been in the office has gotten worse. You know what I mean?
True.
So the spins, the narratives that they come out with is dying. A lot of people not buying it. A lot of even that. Oh, it's a lot of politicians that's jumping parties. You know what I mean? And just aligning themselves more conservative ideologies, or at least conservative talking points.
Yeah.
Right. So either talk it up to people waking up, bro, or the mascot of the Liberal Party just is embarrassing, man.
And I believe the same thing for the longest in that situation, because I've noticed that a lot of people are starting to lean more toward conservative. Even when I seen rappers like Lil Boosie come out talking against Kamala Harris with the whole Brittany Griner situation, and when I seen radio host Charlamagne the God come out and talk about Joe Biden and the new bill that he's passed, that, I mean, honestly, when you can blatantly see that he's saying that Joe Biden in this bill and the administration passing in Congress, they saying that this is a bill that's going to help the American people, and they're just taxing the rich. But at the end of the day,